Fashion Today.
Hi, and welcome to Fashion Today. It is March 31st, 2012, and we have breaking news for you.
Today we'll be dedicating our program to the death of fashion newsprint and the takeover of bloggers.
As I'm sure you're aware, bloggers and amateurs have been working their way up in the fashion world and have made a profound effect on the industry.
My name is Tavi from Style Rookie. Hi.
Oh my god, you look cute.
Thank you. You too. How old are you? I'm 13. Backstage. I think real style is just being unique and taking inspiration and the clothes from all different kinds of places.
This clip was from just 2 years ago, when blogging really began to grow. Little did many know it would soon take over the fashion industry. For the first time in over 2 decades, Anna Wintour, once the most influential and publicized fashion editor of Vogue, has been fired.
Anna Wintour's office.
Is anyone coming for this run-through except for me?
Gotta go!
I'm with the internationally renowned editor-in-chief of American Vogue, Anna Wintour.
The single most important figure in the $300 billion global fashion industry.
She is watched more closely than the movie stars or the runway.
You are so influential with the designers.
If we get behind something, it sells.
Because of Anna.
Oh my god, Anna is like Madonna.
Anna, look.
It's gorgeous. I personally would not put this one in the show. The other things you've shown us are more exciting.
This devastating news has swept the world and has caused great uproar from America to England. Just yesterday, Anna Wintour was escorted from the Vogue offices screaming and cursing. How dare you, you young little twit! What do you know about the fashion world?
Yes, it's true. Tavi Gevinson was given Anna's position. However, the newsprint magazine has died. The online magazine has the most viewers and success it has ever seen. And what better person to be running the online success than the 15-year-old child, Tavi Gevinson?
Fashion Today is the only media outlet that has been given the chance to have an interview with the infamous Tavi Gevinson, one of the co-founders of Vogue.
And now for our in-depth interview with the newest editor-in-chief of online Vogue. It's an honor to be here with you today, Tavi.
Thanks, Jeannie. It's actually such an honor for me, too, to have you in my home. I'm so thrilled to be back in Chicago.
You must have been through a roller coaster. How's it going?
It's going pretty well, actually. You know what? I've had a lot going on. I've been working with lots of different designers. I'm doing a lot with my new position at Vogue. But you know what? It's been such a roller coaster. Like you said, I'm just enjoying every minute of it.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Yeah.
Where did it all begin?
Well, 3 years ago, I started writing a blog called Style Rookie, and I just decided that it would be important for me, at least on an individual level, to put out my opinions about fashion, about style and trend, and just take everything that I really liked and really enjoyed and put it into my everyday life, because I really do think that fashion is just a way of making, you know, the everyday less mundane.
And it's true that bloggers really have taken over and taken complete control.
You know what, you're so right. I have a lot of friends that do a lot of stuff on their computers every day, and they have such control over so many things. I mean, Perez is such a great friend of mine, and he does an incredible job, you know, talking about all the celebrities, and he has such an influential position in the celebrity world.
Yes, he is fabulous, and as are you.
Thank you so much. I'm so thrilled.
And now back with Tavi. Tavi, how does it feel to take over Anna Wintour's job?
Well, I mean, you have to think, right? I'm only 15 years old.
Exactly.
I am an amateur, but I'm thrilled about the position. It needs to be understood that I wasn't in any position to want to take somebody's job from somebody. I'm an amateur. I'm only 15. But with the internet, things are really different. People get to choose for themselves, and the viewers have a voice, and they decided that they wanted me to take control of things. I never wanted to step on anybody's toes.
Exactly. So, Tavi, we're all dying to know, what do you see for the future?
Well, you know what? An online magazine is so different than other magazines, and that's why I think that the influence is going to be really different. You know, designers, individuals, they all get influence from different places. So I think what's going to be essentially important is to listen to the consumer. We all want to be really sure that, you know, people have a voice. And it's obvious to show now, especially in the last 2 years, that the internet has just blown up with people giving their voice. You can see that that's how I've been given my start. And I think that for the future of this magazine, listening to people and the consumers is going to be huge.
Well, thank you so much, Tavi. It was an honor having you here.
Thank you for having me.
And best of luck in the future.
Thank you.
After interviewing Tavi Gevinson, it is evident that society trusts traditional media sources and journalists less due to the economic influences present in large corporations. The few media groups that dominate the traditional media landscapes do not control citizen journalists, and therefore more and more skeptical viewers are tuning in to the voices and opinions of everyday people via blogs and online sources.
An article written by Eric Wilson of the New York Times had a view into the future better than all those around him. 2 years ago, he wrote an article discussing the immersion of bloggers within the fashion industry. So many things he wrote about within the article are now today not just an idea, but a reality. He establishes the immersion of postmodernism when he states, Anna Slowey, who has spent decades climbing the editorial ladder to be a senior position at Elle, dismissed the teenager's column as a bit gimmicky in an interview with the New York Magazine. And in an instant, the subtext in her complaint was read by dozens of Miss Gevinson's fans as an example of the tension between old media and new, when one leapfrogs ahead of the other. Even the infamous Kelly Catrone gave Eric her opinion on this new blogosphere phenomenon. Do I think, as a publicist, that I now have to have my eye on some kid who's writing a blog in Oklahoma as much as I do on an editor from Vogue? Absolutely. Because once they write something on the internet, it's never coming down, and it's the first thing that a designer is going to see. And lastly, he could not have better predicted that Anna's reign as elite editor would come to an end better than when he stated, It is somewhat surprising that designers are adjusting to the new breed of online reporter more readily than magazines, which have been slow to adapt to the demand for instant content about all things fashion. Blogs are posting images and reviews of collections before the last model exits the runway, while magazine editors are still jockeying to feature those clothes in issues that will be published months later.
The internet has created a new medium in the social system where the masses have the ability to express their views and ideas. The internet was designed to communicate and to overcome censorship as we come into a cultural resistance of capital structure. It has also allowed us to generate our own communication and allow us to express ourselves, which threatens the elite position.
So this is where blogging is created. Capitalism has created a barrier around the individual. In order for capitalism to work, there needs to be a communicative relationship between the products of meaning and with the things. This will allow us to manage the mind of the consumer. The meaning attached to the thing is why we are engaged in consumption, because it means something to us around us.
To end our program today, bloggers are taking over the fashion industry, and amateurs like yourself have become the voice in fashion. Tavi has given herself a higher voice than educated journalists who are being paid to do what she does for fun. Thanks for tuning in.
Hi.